So here at Zoa Home Park, it is a sub-branch of a group of companies called Zoa Farms. Zoa Home Park was founded in the year 2000. This is when the first inhabitants did come here, which were my parents, Reverend and Reverend Matonga from the United Methodist Church. Now, the reason why they specifically chose this place or to start this was firstly to show that it is possible to have the most comfortable living in the rural setting. But in addition to that, not only are you being comfortable, but you're thinking about long-term investment, investment for your retirement, investment as well in terms of the best way to go in terms of investment by avoiding cost, avoiding a lot of regulation, and avoiding competition. And we found that the best way to do that is in a rural setting. So given that, you find that now Zoa Home Park has sort of evolved into a multifaceted sort of entity. For starters, we are an agro-based entity. So this means that everything that we do is based on agriculture. And the next, given that we said we are a rural, so it is rural agro. And the next thing that we do have on there is tourism, because we now thought that a lot of people now need to come and see what it is, our story that we can share to the world. So what you can expect to come and see at Zoa Home Park, we've got from fisheries to nurseries to plantations in the orchards, as well as recreational activities from canoeing, boating, mountain hiking, fishing. You can all find that here. But ultimately, what it is that we are really trying to do is to repaint the rural narrative in Zimbabwe. We are trying to show that, number one, it is very much possible to have affordable but luxurious and comfortable living in your own rural area. Number one, it eventually gives you a sense of patriotism, of where you come from, who you are, and what you are. In addition to that, it is showing that you can then invest and still be comfortable without necessarily having to go and always be, employed and, all of that. You can make your own employment, and you can also make employment for others. But in addition, the last but not least, it is about conservation. Conservation of the land, conservation of the story, conservation of legacy. When you're at Zoa Home Park, the reminder is that we know where we come from, but we know where we are and where we are going. And therefore, we need to share these stories. When we share these stories and experiences, whilst, yes, we can have a recreational sort of enjoyment or a recreational aspect of it, but in the end, a person has to go home carrying something that they can also go and plant. If possible, you can get a tree